Hello yogis, thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to do an hour of slow flow vinyasa with gratitude meditation. So we'll get started lying on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined bound angle. I just call it diamond legs. So just lie on your back, draw the soles of your feet to touch, and then allow your knees to fall open nice and wide. So if you're using a pillow or a bolster, feel free to wedge that bolster or pillow just right underneath your scapular blade. So like mid-back to upper back. You can kind of just recline over it. Helps to really push the heart open. And then wherever you are, you can draw your arms out nice and wide. Turn your palms face up. If this already feels like a lot on your inguinal crease, your inguinal area, or even your knees, you're welcome to grab two pillows or whatever you're using. Kind of be resourceful here in your house. You can always just wedge them right under your knees for support. So from here, we'll just draw our awareness right to our heart. We'll start to feel your heartbeat. Just feel that space right in between your chest, deep to the sternum. Notice the rise and the fall of your chest. And then begin to deepen the breath. Just notice the inhale. Notice the way the inhale fills up your body. Your chest rises, your belly rises. Feel yourself get a little bit lighter with the breath in. And then feel the exhale. Feel everything fall and get heavy. Notice yourself get a little denser. And then draw your awareness to the earth beneath you. Just start to notice the connection of your body to the earth. And take a moment of gratitude for our earth, for our source of yin, our source of nutrient, element, our Mother Earth. And then shift your awareness to the air above you. The energy, the vibration that flows over you and through you. And take a moment of gratitude for our source of yang, life force. And then draw your awareness right between the eyebrows. Our third eye. Keep your awareness here on the third eye, and then start to draw into your awareness a picture of something or someone that you're grateful for. The big ones first, the easy ones first, the people, the pets, the home that keeps you sheltered. Keep this image in your mind's eye and just celebrate it. Notice the way your body responds. You might feel yourself get a little warmer or a little tingly in the chest. Your cheeks might curl up. Maybe it feels like there's a warm blanket wrapped around you. Just keep this image of this thing, this person, this pet, this home, whatever it is. And just take about 5 more breaths. Maybe internally you repeat the mantra, I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. And a couple more breaths. And then from here, draw your awareness to your hands. Just start to notice the sensation in your palms. Maybe you can feel something, pulsing, vibration, hot, cold. Maybe you just feel your hands connected to the earth and the air. And then start to invite some movement into the fingertips. Make some circles with the wrists. And then move those circles in the other direction. Draw your hands to the outside edges of your thighs. Just go ahead and close your knees like you're closing a book. Make your way to fetal position on the right side. If you have your block or your bolster, just move it off to the side, or your pillow, whatever you're using. Just rest here in fetal position on the right side. Notice what that connection of the right side of your body feels like to the earth. Our right side is our yang side, our masculine side, our energetic side. So just take a moment to celebrate it. And then draw your knees a little closer to your chest. Reach your left arm towards the ceiling, then just let your left arm fall behind you for a spinal twist. If you want a little bit more, you can let your gaze rest over your left fingertips. If you want a little bit less, you can always take your block or your bolster, just place it under that right thigh. And then here, start to notice the breath. Notice your body expand as you breathe in. And get heavy as you breathe out. And then draw your awareness back to your third eye. And draw something else into your mind's eye that you're grateful for. Anything else. Just let the image of this thing fill up your body. Feel that sensation of gratitude enter your space again and flow through you. I'll be here for 5 more full breaths. And go ahead and lift that left arm high. Make your way back to fetal position on the right. And just feel the energy flow back through the spine. And then from here, roll onto your back. Draw your knees to your chest. Just start to rock a little side to side. Take some big circles with the knees. And move those circles in the other direction. Good. Squeeze your knees tight. Then go ahead and roll to fetal position on the left side. And start to just notice that connection of your left side touching the earth. Our left side is our yin side, our feminine side, our grounding side. And then from here, draw the knees a little closer, reach the right hand towards the ceiling, and then let your right arm fall behind you. Let your gaze rest over your right fingertips. Again, you can place that block or bolster or pillow under your left thigh if the twist feels like too much. And come back to the breath. Notice the growth, the expansion, and the heaviness and the weight of the exhale. Draw into your mind's eye, focus on that third eye once again. Create an image, a picture of something else. Anything in your life. It can be the food that you've eaten this morning or this afternoon that nourished your body with nutrient. It could be the trees, the plants for providing fruits. And just draw something back into your mind's eye and let that feeling of gratitude flush through your body. 5 more breaths. Make your way back to fetal position on the left side. Notice how it changed just a little. And then make your way onto your back. Draw your knees to your chest, start to rock a little side to side. Take some big circles with the knees. And move those circles in the other direction. Squeeze your knees tight to your chest. Start to rock a little front to back, tailbone to shoulders. Feel your paraspinal muscles get a little massage here. We're going to roll up all the way to tabletop. So just plant your palms to the earth and step your feet back behind you. We want our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees directly under the hips. And then on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow pose, Vidyasana. Maybe wag your tail a little side to side. And then on the exhale, curl the spine, press your palms into the earth. Cat pose, Marjariasana. Inhale, cow pose. Take any movement that feels good in both of these postures, cow pose, cat pose. Good. Exhale, cat. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Walk your hands to your low back. So squeeze your elbows towards each other. Fingertips down. Squeeze your glutes, your butt. And send your hips forward. Lift your heart towards the sky and let your head maybe fall heavy behind you. Maybe you keep extending through the crown of your head. Whatever feels good here. And feel the front of your body get a really nice opening here. Opening all of those yin channels of the body. 2 more full breaths. Stay mindful of the inhale, mindful of the exhale. And come back through center, draw your palms to touch. And then go ahead and draw your big toes to touch. Sink into your hips for child's pose, Balasana. So draw your third eye to the earth, that space right between the eyebrows. Just start to rock your head a little side to side, massage the third eye. If this feels like too much on your knees, you're always welcome to place your pillow underneath your chest. Some people even like to place a pillow right over the ankles so their hips can just kind of rest on it. It'll take some of the pressure out of the knees. Good. Start to notice the breath. Inhale and then exhale. On the inhale, notice the length of your spine. On the exhale, notice how your spine just maybe shortens just a little. And then one more thing, draw into your mind's eye something to be grateful for. It might feel redundant, right? But our ability to feel gratitude and see gratitude and love and joy in the things around us, it's kind of like a muscle. And bicep curls feel really redundant, but they help that bicep to get bigger. Feeling gratitude, practicing gratitude is quite similar. So just keep practicing. If it starts to feel redundant, if it starts to feel boring, just kind of assume that's like that moment in bicep curls where your arm starts to get a little fatigued. That's when the challenge really starts. Keep practicing that gratitude. You can be grateful for anything. The grass that cushions your feet as you walk. And the sunshine for providing you with vitamin D and energy and life. I'll be here for 3 more full breaths. Walk your hands out in front of you. Fire up the fingertips. Really press all 10 fingertips into the earth. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So in downward dog, we're really looking for a nice long spine. So feel free to bend into your knees, maybe lift your heels, and then just see if you can press your chest toward your thighs. And then maybe just let your head hang heavy. We want to squeeze the elbows to the ears and then send the shoulders to the hips. And if it feels like a lot of cues and maybe one of them makes sense to you, that's really all you need. A lot of cues will just move in one ear and out the other, and then eventually they'll make a little bit of sense. If you pick up one cue that makes sense during class, then that's awesome. If you pick up none, that's totally normal too. Eventually you'll just start kind of gathering pieces, collecting puzzle pieces. Good. On the inhale, lift your right leg high. 3-legged dog. Keep pressing your chest towards your back thigh. On the exhale, draw your knee to your nose, engage your core, and then step your foot between your hands for a runner's lunge. We want our foot to be directly underneath the knees. So you might want to grab some props to place your hands on to get the earth a little closer to your hands. We want to keep a nice long spine, so from the heel to the crown of the head. We're looking for length here. Good. Just 2 more full breaths. See if you can fire up that back leg. Keep that back knee lifted. Keep hugging that midline. And then walk your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Reach your right fingertip high. Let your gaze follow your right fingertip. Go ahead and roll out the wrist a little. And then reach through the fingertips. This posture is active. It's a strengthening pose. It's about twisting and detoxing the spine, but then also activating the iliotibial band, so that tendon that connects the knee to the hip. So if we're hugging that midline with the thighs, we'll feel a little bit of pressure on the outside of our right thigh. 1 more full breath. And send your hands to frame that right foot. Spin your back foot flat to the inside of your back foot. So our back foot's parallel to the back of our mat. Reach your left hand high, and then use your core. We're going to come all the way up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Keep your tailbone tucking. Keep your shoulders dropping away from the ears, and then reach through the fingertips. Good. See if you can draw your chin just right over your right shoulder, and draw your gaze right down that right arm. The posture of the archer. 2 more full breaths. If you feel your right thigh getting fatigued, see if you can fire up your back leg a little bit more and really activate the outside edge of that back foot. So that'll help to distribute that weight a little more evenly through both legs. One more inhale. One more exhale. On the inhale, drop your back hand, reach your right hand high. One more full breath. And cartwheel your hands to frame your right foot. Lift your back heel off of the earth. Step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. On the inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, fold. Grab opposite elbows so your right arm's on top of your left arm. Just rock a little side to side. See if you can nod the head a little, shake the head a little. Good. I like to end on yes. Just symbolic. Being a no is really powerful. Being a yes, though, maybe for right now, is good. Whatever your body says, whatever your mind says. Release your hands to the earth, slowly, mindfully. Roll up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Allow your head to lift last. On the inhale, sweep your palms high, lift your gaze. On the exhale, draw your palms to your heart center. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Go ahead and drop your right hand towards your right thigh. Reach your left fingertip high. Take a side body stretch. Draw your top shoulder up and back. Come back through center. Draw your palms to touch. Send your left hand down. Reach your right hand high. Side body stretch. Really anchor into the earth with the outer edge of that right foot. Come back through center. Inhale, palm sweep high. Send your hands to your low back, fingertips down. Squeeze the elbows together. Send the hips forward. Lift the heart high. And exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then plant the palms to the earth. Keep the right foot forward. Step the left foot back behind you. We're going to drop our back knee to the earth this time. Our right foot staying forward. Come to the top of the left foot. Walk your hands to the inside of your right foot so you'll take a step out wide. We want our hands to just really enough room for our hands to rest under the shoulders. We're coming to lizard lunge. So on the inhale, lengthen through the spine. This might be more than enough. If you'd like, you can come down to your forearms. Right? Also feel free to grab your pillow or your bolster and place it underneath the forearms. Wherever you are, we'll be here for about 10 breaths. And notice the breath. With the inhale, feel your spine lengthen. And with the exhale, feel your spine get heavy. And then challenge yourself. Draw your awareness to your third eye. Create an image of something else to be grateful for. Maybe you're grateful for the colors in nature that inspire you. And a couple more breaths. If you want to go deeper here, that's always an option as well. There are many, many ways to modify our lizard lunge. Some of you might want to walk your right shoulder underneath the right thigh, maybe create a little bind in front of that right foot with your hands. You can even tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Good. Walk your hands back to the earth. Heel toe that right foot to the inside of your hands, middle of your mat, and then straighten out your right leg, half split. Draw your right toe towards your right shoulder. On the inhale, lengthen through the spine, and on the exhale, fold. Good. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Bend back into that right knee. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your back knee, back toe. Step your right foot back. High plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Good. Untuck your toes. Reach your fingertips towards the back wall. Lift your shoulders off the earth. Lift your thighs off the earth and keep hugging the midline. Just a couple breaths. We want to activate all those muscles in the low back and the butt. Good. Your gaze can be at like the top edge of your mat or a couple inches or feet in front. We're really trying to extend through the crown of our head. One more full breath. Plant the palms on the earth, child's pose. Good. Just 5 breaths. Just take a moment to come back to that inhale, back to that exhale. And then fire up your fingertips, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Let's become aware of all 10 fingertips pressing into the earth, all 10 toes. See if you can find that length in the spine. And then lift your left leg towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Keep pressing your chest towards the back thigh. And shift your weight forward. Draw your knee to your nose. Step your foot between your hands. Runner's lunge. Good. Again, heel toe that left foot forward so the foot's underneath the knee. And then walk your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Reach your left fingertip high. Good. Go ahead and roll out the wrist. And then move your hand in the other direction. And then activate the fingertips, reach. Send your hand back to the earth. Spin to the inside edge of that back foot. We're coming up to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So reach your right hand high and then use your core, come all the way up to standing. Good. We want our hips square towards the side of the room or the side of our mat. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Activate the fingertips, reach. Fire up that back leg and breathe. With each inhale, feel yourself grow taller. With each exhale, sink maybe a little deeper into that left knee. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse. Left arm reaches high. And cartwheel your hands to frame your left foot. Lift your back heel, step your right foot forward to meet your left foot. Inhale, press your palms into your shins, lift and lengthen through the spine, and then fold. Grab opposite elbows, left arm on top this time. Just rock a little side to side. You can nod the head yes. Shake it no. End on yes. Good. Release the hands to the earth. Slowly, mindfully roll up to standing, 1 vertebra at a time. On the inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart, Samasthita Hi. Inhale, palm sweep high. Send the left hand towards your left thigh, reach your right fingertip high, take a side body stretch. Left hand down first this time. Come back to the center, draw your palms to touch. Right hand drop, left arm sweeps wide. Side body stretch. We want to feel like we're stretching the lung here. All right, making room for deeper inhales and exhales. Come back through center. Draw the palms to touch. Send your hands to your low back, fingertips down. Squeeze the elbows together. Squeeze the butt, send the hips forward. 1 full breath in. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Plant your palms, keep your left foot forward, step your right foot back behind you, and drop that back knee to the earth. Again, make sure your left foot's directly underneath your knee. What you want to avoid doing is like letting that left knee poke out in front of that left ankle. If that's the case, just heel toe that left foot forward. Good. Walk your hands to the inside of your left foot. Take a step out wide. Find your lizard lunge. Ooh, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. And just get cozy. Good. Start to deepen the breath. And then draw your awareness to one more thing to be grateful for. Anything. Every challenge that we face in life is an opportunity for growth, for becoming better, for becoming stronger, more aware, more enlightened. Pick a challenge and challenge yourself to find gratitude for it. And challenges are sometimes hard to see that love, that growth, that gratitude. So pick one. We'll be here for about 5 more full breaths. If you took that bind on the other side, feel free to walk your left arm underneath your left thigh. And then maybe interlace your hands in front of that left foot. You can tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. A couple breaths. Good. Walk your hands back to the earth. Heel toe your left foot between your hands to the middle of your mat, and then straighten out that left leg for half split, Ardha Hanuman Asana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend back into your left knee. Walk your hands forward. Step your left foot back. High plank all the way to the earth. Good. Reach your hands towards the back wall. This time, feel free to bend into your knees. Take Dhanurasana, bow pose. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the thighs. Use the strength of your legs to pull your shoulders up and back. Feel yourself open through the heart. 2 more full breaths here. Child's pose. Balasana. Find that breath. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Become aware of the body touching the earth. Become aware of that air, that vibration, moving across your arms and your back. And then from here, bend into your knees, lift your gaze, hop, step, or float. Meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and then exhale, fold. Good. With a long spine this time, sweep your palms high, lift your gaze. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart center, Samastitihi. Good. Inhale, palms sweep high. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, sweep your palms high. We're going to lift our left knee off of the earth. So we're balancing on our right foot. So just lift that left knee. See if you can kick through the left heel. Keep your fingertips reaching. And then we'll send our left foot towards the back of our mat for Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. You can always draw your palms through heart center. From here, we'll bend into the right knee, drop the back foot, sweep the palms high, lift the gaze. Good. Draw the palms through your heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Draw your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. On the inhale, grow taller. Reach to the crown of the head. On the exhale, twist just a little bit deeper. Yeah, twists are super detoxing. See if you can really, really use your twist here. Use your exhale to release all that stuff that you're detoxing. Good. One more full breath in. And then on the exhale, open up Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. On the inhale, reverse, right arm reaches high. Exhale, Warrior 2. From here, we're going to straighten the right leg and then pivot the toes towards the left side of your mat. Good. Send your hands to your low back. I guess I'll demo it this way. Good. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the butt, the glutes, send your hips forward. Yeah, we'll move to a wide-legged forward fold here. Good. On the inhale, press your palms into the earth, lift and lengthen through the spine. And then on the exhale, fold. Maybe you turn your fingertips behind you and start to crawl them underneath the legs. And then here, see if you can let your head just hang heavy. Yeah. If you have a headstand in your practice, we can take it right now. I always like to take the headstand first. Sometimes people like to do it on the other side. I prefer the first side so we can just kind of let the head hang heavy, find space between the vertebrae on that second side. So if you're coming to headstand, you can always take tripod, but see if you can rest like, you know, it's not quite the crown of your head. It's like between the crown of your head and your hairline. Couple more breaths. 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to lower those feet back to the earth. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift and lengthen through the spine. Walk your right hand under your face. Reach your left fingertip high. Lift your gaze. Good. From here, you're welcome to bend into your left elbow. Wrap it around your low back. And then maybe you take your right hand and grab the outside edge of your left thigh or your left calf, your ankle. Pull your chest towards that left leg. Good. Couple more breaths. And then from here, walk your hands back to the earth. Crawl your hands back towards that right foot. Take a bend into your right knee. Send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend into your right knee, stack your hips. You can flip your dog if it's in your practice. Good. A little bit of power, a little bit of movement for our slow flow. Slow and gentle, different, right? Good. Send your right leg high, breathe in. Pigeon Pose, Ekapada, Raja, Kopanasana. So heel toe, your right foot, so it's behind your left wrist. And then see if you can drop your right knee behind your right wrist. Heel toe that left foot back. Lift and lengthen through the spine first, and then fold. Good. Many, many different ways to do pigeon, right? I'm going to walk you through a couple now. See if you can get cozy. We're going to move back to a gratitude meditation, so you can start if you're cozy. If you're like, oh my God, my knee is not working here, my hip is not working, grab your pillow, place it under your right hip, right? Your right butt. See if that helps. If it still feels like a lot, my favorite way to do this posture is actually just a seated box pose, Sukhasan. So you can come to a seat and then just cross your legs in front of you. Make sure your right leg's in front of your left leg. And if this still is a lot on your knees, sit on your pillow here. Good. And then trying to find stillness, release the tension in the jaw. Release the tension between the eyebrows. And then we'll move into that gratitude meditation. Challenge yourself to find something else, one more thing. Everything has a memory on this earth. every atom. Your mat, whatever it is that you're practicing on right now, absorbs and has a memory of everything that you practice on your mat. So if you're practicing strength, if you're practicing love, if you're practicing forgiveness, your mat remembers. It's like storing energy in a crystal, and we're storing all of this love, all of this empowerment on our mats, in our mats. Be thankful for your mat. Couple more breaths. Pigeon Pose. Good. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toe. Set your right foot back. High plank pose to low plank, chaturanga. Keep your elbows tight to your chest. On the inhale, pull your heart between your arms. Open the heart. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Just a couple breaths here. Bend into the knees, lift the gaze. Hop, step, or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, palm sweep high. Good. From here, we're going to send our weight into our left foot. Lift the right leg. Keep your knee bent or straighten it. Just a couple breaths. And then send your right foot towards the back of your mat. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Keep kicking through the ball of your right foot. Then we're going to bend into our left knee. Drop that back foot. Sweep the palms high. Crescent Lunge. Draw your palms through your heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Draw your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. On the inhale, grow taller, longer. On the exhale, twist. Inhale, grow. Exhale, twist. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On this exhale, we'll open up Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, Warrior 2. Straighten out your left leg, pivot your toes so we're facing the right side of your mat this time. I'll do it facing you guys this time. All right, I don't know what the best way is to do this. From here, interlace your hands behind your back, send your hips forward, lift your heart high, and then start to come down on a hinge, wide-legged forward fold. If you have your clasped fist clasped, then you can lift them towards the ceiling, let them fall heavy over your head. If you'd rather take prayer hands or grab opposite elbows, you're welcome to. Good. And then see if you can release the tension from your neck. Maybe just nod your head a little, shake it. If our neck muscles are nice and released here, this is a good view. If our neck muscles are nice and released here though, really our head is kind of like tugging on our neck muscles, tugging on our cervical vertebra, actually creating space in between the spine and the neck, allowing blood and chi and energy to nourish our brain. Good. Couple more breaths. And from here, release your hands to the earth. Reach your right hand high. Yeah, left hand under the face. And then from here, you can grab your left hand to the outside of your right ankle. You can always wrap that right arm around your low back. Pull your chest towards that left thigh. Right thigh. Yeah, a lot of yogi teachers, right, me included, We sacrificed our ability to call right and left always accurately because we're always like demoing on the opposite side. Our brain is like always contradicted. It's really funny. Good. And then walk your hand back towards that left foot. Definitely the left foot. Good. Send your left leg high. Three-legged dog. Bend into your knees. Stack your hips. If you'd like to flip your dog, let your left foot fall to the earth behind you. Flip. Good. And we'll find Pigeon Pose, Ekapada, Raja, Kopanasana. So left leg lifts. And then drop your knee behind your left wrist, foot behind your right wrist. Heel toe that right foot back. Lift and lengthen through the spine. And fold. If you'd like to come to Sukhasan, box pose, you're welcome to. Alright, see if you can get cozy here. Release the jaw. Release any tension in the shoulders. And then find one more thing. Be grateful for that stranger that showed you kindness, reminded you that love exists in everyone. Anything. Don't let yourself get stuck here. 5 more full breaths. Walk your hands back towards your chest, towards your shin. Tuck your back toes, step your left foot back. High plank pose to low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tabletop. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your hands to your low back, fingertips down. This is our last camel pose, Ustrasana. Feel free to go a little deeper this time. Squeeze your elbows together, send your hips forward, lift your gaze, lift your heart. If you'd like to reach for your heels or even tuck your toes to grab your heels, feel free. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Slowly, mindfully, come back up through center. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart. Draw your big toes to touch, find child's pose, Balasana. Good. Go ahead and walk your hands to the right side of your mat. You're welcome to stack one hand on top of the other, maybe your left hand on your right hand. See if you can anchor your left hip into the earth. And then walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Feel free to stack your right hand on your left hand. And walk your hands back to the front. 5 breaths, child's pose. And just feel the breath here. And walk your hands back to your knees and just cross your legs behind you. Set the soles of your feet to the earth. Grab a hold of your shins. Just roll all the way onto your back. And walk your feet back towards your hips. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. Start to tilt your pelvic floor towards the ceiling. Lift your sacrum first, and then your low back, then your mid back, and then your upper back. Good. Bridge pose. From here, see if you can interlace your hands under your butt. Maybe rock your shoulders under your chest. If you'd rather take a wheel pose, go for it. We're going to be here for about 8 breaths. See if you can continue digging your heels into the earth. Continue squeezing your butt, squeezing your glutes to get those hips higher. Good. And then slowly untuck the shoulders, place the palms back on the earth, release the upper back, and then the mid back, the low back, and then the hips. Good, just windshield wiper your knees a little side to side. Just feel your low back release. And then from here, draw your knees to your chest, give yourself a hug, rock a little side to side. Good. Take some big circles at the knees. Be gentle. Move in the other direction. Good. We'll take happy baby pose. Grab the outside edges of your feet. Draw your knees towards the earth next to your chest. See if you can lengthen your low back. Send your tailbone to the earth. We'll be here for about 5 breaths or so. If you'd like to take a different inversion, go for it. This is going to be our final posture before Shavasana. Know that if you'd like to take any additional postures, most definitely, please do. When we are in person in class, I always like to open the tail end of class, like the last 2 minutes or so, as yogi playtime, yogi freedom. Just kind of give your body those final finishing final touches, what it needs. And same goes for our virtual classes, our online classes. Good. The goal of yoga is really to tune in and listen to the body and give it what it needs. So you can be modifying all throughout class, always. This last few minutes though, a few breaths, most definitely. Good. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and walk your feet out in front of you. Make your way to final resting pose, Shavasana. If you'd like to take any posture in place of Shavasana, maybe a supported bridge pose, stick that bolster block under your butt. Just get somewhere cozy because we're going to finish this gratitude meditation. And start to feel the earth beneath you. And feel the air above you. Feel the breath move through you. And then draw your awareness back to that third eye, right between the eyebrows. And start to picture you, your face, everything about you. Just have this beautiful image of yourself right here in your mind's eye. And we'll close by creating a list of all of the things that you're thankful for about you. Thank your heart for loving, for finding joy and forgiving. Thank your brain for absorbing new information and learning. Thank every single cell in your body for knowing how to heal and create a perfect you. Our DNA are like the blueprints. Thank yourself for your skills in the kitchen or the garden or the studio. Thank yourself for your quirky sense of humor. Everything that makes you you, just celebrate it right now. This is the sound of the third eye, an A. Start to deepen your breath. Start to feel the rise and fall of your belly and your chest. And draw your awareness to your hands and your feet. Move your fingers, move your toes. Make some circles with the wrists and the ankles. Rock your head a little side to side. Take a big stretch overhead. Just wake up the entire body. Roll to fetal position on the right side or the left side. And press yourself to a seat. And draw your palms to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Rest your thumb right here on your sternum. Lastly, I will share gratitude to you for practicing, for making your way through this hour-long slow flow. When you make a commitment to become better, to practice gratitude, to practice love, to strengthen that muscle, you're making the world better, because we change the world one person at a time, and that starts with the one person we can control, ourselves. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much for practicing. Draw your thumb to your third eye. We close by honoring each other, that love that flows through each and every one of us. Namaste.